Hello everyone, this is Stephen Balch, your instructor for Intro to Computer Applications at Ozarka College. Today what I'm going to do is give you just a little bit of feedback on the PowerPoint Module 1 activities that I finished grading this morning. And then I'm going to tell you what we've got coming up due for PowerPoint Module 2 next week. Okay? So the first thing is, like I said, I did finish grading the PowerPoint Module 1 activities this morning. Overall, most of you did well on the Module 1 assignments. There were some common errors that I'll go over in just a minute, but overall, most of you did well. So keep up the good work on that. Go ahead and look at your grades for the PowerPoint Module 1 activities as soon as you can. Read the corresponding grading comments. If I had to count any points off like I've done all semester, I'll tell you exactly why, what kind of formatting that you missed, or, what the formatting should have been. And so just read those grading comments, and that will help you to kind of better understand what you need to work on to prepare for the final exam. Okay? So just kind of keep that in mind. Let's see. So, like I said, those of you that did well on the assignments, and most of you did, keep up the good work. Like I always tell you, I really appreciate the time and effort that you're putting in, the hard work that you're putting in. So keep up the good work on that. Okay. Now, there were some common formatting errors that I need to talk about. For your PowerPoint presentations that you're doing in modules 1, 2, and 3 in PowerPoint, make sure that you check each of your slides for accuracy before you turn them in. Compare them, each slide, one by one, with the examples in the textbook. All right? That will allow you to kind of see any errors that you have and correct those before you submit your presentation, before you submit your assignments for a grade. All right? Some of you just didn't do that, and so there were some things that you probably would have caught if you had just compared each of your slides with the examples. Okay? Also, a few of you had problems sizing and positioning the pictures correctly on the slides. Remember, when you want to size a picture to a specific height and width, the best thing to do is use the height and width sizing boxes up on the ribbon to check the size of each of your pictures. Then you can actually just type in the height and the width that it specifies in the instructions. Okay, and then if something looks off when you go to check your slides, if something looks off on the size of the picture, check it. It just takes a second to go to just click on the picture, click on the picture tools button or tab up on the ribbon, and then you can see on the right hand side there, you can see the height and width of the pictures of each picture, and check it. If it's not correct, then type in the correct dimensions. Type in the correct height and width for the picture. All right. So some of you had issues with sizing. Also, some of you had issues with positioning the pictures correctly. And one of the main things that it taught you in Module 1 is how to use the SMART guides to correctly position pictures horizontally and vertically on the slides. So make sure that you're using those SMART guides to allow you to align your pictures correctly on your slides. All right? So just kind of keep that in mind. If you're having problems using the sizing boxes or the smart guides and you need some help, let me know and I'll be glad to help you with that. Okay? And you will be using the sizing boxes and the smart guides throughout PowerPoint. So we've still got modules 2 and 3 in PowerPoint. So it's not something that you're just going to be able to forget about and not do again. It's something that's going to be a major part of what you're going to be doing in modules 2 and 3. So if you're not quite where you need to be with sizing and positioning pictures and objects on your slides, then again, you need to let me know that so that I can help you out with that. Okay? So just let me know, and I'll be glad to help you with that. But like I said, other than those few things there, like I said, most of you did well on the PowerPoint Module 1 assignment. So again, keep up the good work on that. Now, that brings us to what we've got coming up due next. And I'm already on the activities page here. Let's see. We've got, right now, we are on week 12 of the semester. All right. And we're kind of at the beginning of week 12. And, of course, we just had work due last night. So we don't have anything else due this week. But we do have our next set of activities due next week. Specifically Friday of next week, which is November 15th. So you've got about a week and a half, basically, to be working on PowerPoint Module 2. Now, PowerPoint Module 2 is going to basically expand on what you've already learned in Module 1. So it's going to assume that you already know the basics of how to create a presentation and how to add pictures and how to size them, position them, and so forth. And then it's going to basically expand on that. And so in Module 2, you're going to learn some more advanced features of PowerPoint. For example, you're going to learn how to insert and format shapes and smart art onto your slides. Now, when we looked at Microsoft Word earlier in the semester, when we did the 3 modules in Word, we did learn how to insert shapes and smart art in Microsoft Word, but it's a little different than the way that you do it in PowerPoint. And so you're going to, some of the stuff that we learned about inserting and formatting smart art and shapes, you'll be able to kind of transfer to what we're doing in PowerPoint, but some of it will be different because of the way that objects are actually formatted and inserted on a slide versus a piece of or a document in Microsoft Word. All right, so just kind of keep that in mind. So you're going to be doing a lot more formatting in Module 2 than what you did in Module 1. So in addition to the shapes and the smart art, and you're going to be doing quite a bit of formatting with those. In addition to that, you're also going to learn how to apply transition effects to your slides. Transition effects are just effects that move that happen on your slides as you move from one slide to the next. It just is a way to kind of add a professional looking transition from one slide to the next in your slideshow or in your presentation. All right, so those are some of the kind of formatting tools that we're going to learn how to use in Module 2. So one thing I'll point out, again, the Module 2 activities are going to take quite a bit longer than the Module 1 activities did. And that's why I'm giving you extra time here. You've got, about a week and a half versus usually about a week that I would give you for some other activities, other modules. And so just kind of keep that in mind that it's going to take some extra time. So kind of plan that out on your schedule and make sure that you give yourself plenty of time. Don't wait until Friday of next week to get started, because you won't be able to get it all completed on time. Okay? All right. Let's see. For PowerPoint Module 2 Assignment 1, let me go ahead and click on that link for that assignment so I can kind of remind you of some things. All of the pictures that you need to insert on your slides are going to be available under additional resources. All right. Also, keep in mind that there are some specific instructions here that I've got on the Assignment 1 page. For example, that are changes in the software since the book was published. So in the book, it's going to tell you to type in certain keywords to find the theme that it wants you to use for this Assignment 1 presentation. Well, those keywords are not going to allow you to find the theme that it wants you to use. And so what I've done here in the instructions, what you need to pay attention to, is I've basically given you the text that you need to type in to be able to easily find the theme that it wants you to use for this presentation. There's also another change that's happened in one of the hyperlinks since the book was published. So make sure that you're reading through the instructions that I provided on the assignment page, in addition to reading the instructions in the book. Because if there's anything that's changed in the software since the book was published, that's where I'll put it, right there on the instructions page on the assignment page in my Ozarka. Okay, so make sure that you're carefully reading through this. Every semester, I always have students that will email me and tell me, they've spent huge amounts of time trying to find the theme for this particular assignment, and if they will have just read the instructions that I have on here, they wouldn't have had to waste that time. So make sure that you're reading through the instructions carefully. All right? And then also, I've got demonstration videos here at the bottom of the page where I take you step by step through creation of your slides, the addition or insertion of all of the objects on each slide, the formatting of those objects, and so forth. So if you're having problems working through the steps in the textbook, use those demonstration videos. They come in very handy because I actually show you exactly what to do to insert all the objects on your slides, how to basically create the slides and the presentation for that first assignment. Okay? And then once you've done assignment 1, you should be able to take what you've learned from doing assignment 1 and apply it to assignments 2 and 3. All right? They will be very similar. And again, it's the same thing on those pages. Make sure you read the instructions that I provided there. And remember that all of the pictures that you need are linked there at the bottom of the page under resources. All right? Now, if you have questions as you're working through the PowerPoint Module 2 activities, use the PowerPoint Module 2 help discussion here. It's the very last item under week 13. Click on that and use that to ask your question. And that way, when I answer your question, other students in the class may be helped by that because other students may have similar questions. So instead of sending me a course mail message, I would rather you send your questions that are specific to particular assignments in the class. I would rather you use that discussion item, and again, that way it may help other students in the class. All right? So that's really all I have for you for today. So be working on PowerPoint Module 2, and I will talk to you next time. Thank you.